What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. First and foremost, I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend, but this is officially the last week of the offseason rebuilds. We only have 3 left to do today. Not today, but starting with the Arizona Cardinals, we have 3 this week to do. After this, we'll have the Seahawks and the Bengals, which I've seen people ask for those, and again, they're coming this week. With that all being said, let's go ahead and jump in and do a Arizona Cardinals offseason rebuild and Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me about 85% of the people that have watched my videos lately aren't actually subscribed. So if you do fall into 85% and want to change that as we're on the road to 10,000 subs, that'd be greatly appreciated. So to me, the biggest story for the Arizona Cardinals this offseason is what is the status of Kyler Murray. We're actually not going to look at the lineup yet, but Kyler Murray, I feel like this won't be the offseason to make the change, but I think if next season they don't do all that well, the only reason why I don't think it'll happen this season or this offseason is simply because there's just not a whole lot of quarterback replacement options right now. But I do wonder if the team, which I think would ultimately lead to this, if the team disappoints again next season, would Kyler Murray be on his way out? I do think that is absolutely possible. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. So we're going to start the signing stage as usual, and we'll start with trying to re-sign Baron Browning. We have $106 million in cap space to work with, which is awesome. And a lot of these guys aren't that important to re-sign either, which is good. So we're actually going to be heading into free agency with about $106 million, which we'll absolutely take. So let's get into free agency. So yes, while we have a ton of cap space, we actually, I think, have a pretty good roster filled out too. So we might actually be able to attack free agency pretty nicely, which is good, which I love. I love the idea of that. So yeah, we have 50 players under contract and $106 million in cap space, which is awesome. Let's take a look at this lineup, though. Obviously, this team definitely needs a lot of work, though. So Kyler Murray is a star dev quarterback. I want to rock with him, like I said, for next season, but if we aren't good next year, I will start to maybe consider replacements, but we'll see. Kyler Murray, James Conner, Trey Benson, Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson, Trey McBride. So obviously, O-line needs to be improved a little bit. Paris Johnson's nice. Jonah Williams in free agency. I'm not sure why he doesn't have a profile picture anymore. That's weird. I mean, he used to have one. Don't know what's going on there. But and then let's take a look at the defensive side of the ball, which I know we have Buda Baker. But yeah, outside of that, not a whole lot to be happy about. I mean, Jalen Thompson's still pretty young. Linebacker core could be worse. So yeah, not horrible, but definitely a lot of work to be done. So let's go ahead and get started with that work in free agency as usual. So while we have a ton of cap space, this free agency class isn't the greatest. Zach Martin is the one that highlights it with, obviously being a 90 overall, but he is 34 years old. I think my free agency targets kind of have a theme. I'm kind of going for like players that are under 27 for the most part. So we do have one at 28, but we're after Asante Samuel, who actually has interest in coming here. Didn't play much for the Chargers this year. Mekhi Becton to hopefully give us another offensive lineman. Tershawn Warren, Jerome Baker, and De'Ami Brown. So let's see if we can get these guys to sign, get 4 of the 5 or whatever it may be, and we will get 4 of 5. So we don't get the O-lineman. We get Asante Samuel, though. We get Tershawn Warren, Jerome Baker, and De'Ami Brown. Not a great free agency class, but at least we're getting some starters here at the very least. Should have went after Tevin Jenkins, too. I kind of dropped the ball on that. But like I said, we didn't get an O-lineman, which was kind of what I wanted to grab, honestly. But we may not have the luxury of getting a good one. We could get Davenport, though. So let's go ahead and get Marcus Davenport to put him next to Sean Warden. Like I said, we're just kind of trying to fill out the roster with better skill position players at this point. And then, well, I guess not skill position, but you get the point. Just like really good players everywhere. But let's go to that's freaking obvious, obviously. But let's go. Is there anything else we like the idea of? Not really. So I honestly think the rest will have to be through the draft. So Marcus Davenport won't be a bad re-sign. Or a bad signing, not a re-sign. So he'll sign. We did sign quite a few guys off injury. Like obviously Samuel was injured, Davenport was injured, and that was it actually. So I guess it's not that much. I thought there was another one, but that's it. So let's go ahead and head to the draft, and we'll see what we can do in the draft. But overall, obviously didn't do anything too extraordinary, but have signed quite a few starters in free agency, which is helpful at the very least. So here's what the lineup is looking like before heading into the draft. Linebacker core is looking pretty solid. Buda Baker is still a leader of this defense with Jalen Thompson, Asante Samuel, Sean Murphy, Bunting, and then Williams. We have Robinson, Tershawn Warden, and obviously once Davenport's healthy, this will look a little bit better. To me, there needs to be a focus on the O-line in this draft, building around Kyler Murray and protecting him. So That'll be kind of the theme. Also wouldn't mind, necessarily replacing James Conner, but I probably won't be able to in this draft if I had to guess. But we'll see what we're picking and what we're doing. So we're picking at 16th overall. So let's see what we have on the board at 16. So Kenneth Grant, Tyler Warren go before we're about to pick. Don't think I was going to take either of those guys anyway. So on the board, we have Barron out of Texas. We have Campbell, which, really can go. I would not lie to you. Luther Burden would be really nice to add next to Kyler Murray. That sounds kind of intriguing. We could take an O-lineman instead, but also could take. Ooh, this is tempting. Do I take an offensive lineman or do I take Luther Burden to give another weapon opposite of Marvin Harrison? You know what? I'm going to take Luther Burden, and we're going to make up for it O-line in round 2. So Luther Burden's going to be our first round pick, number 11 true value, drafted at 16. Him and Marvin Harrison should be a ton of fun going forward. So no matter what quarterback we get eventually, whether it's Kyler Murray still starting or if it's somebody different, I think I'm going to feel pretty good about, oh, wow, Madden's kind of bugging out right now. But I think I'm going to feel pretty good about, our wide receiver core going forward. I did sign De'Ami Brown, but we could have taken Trey Harris here too. But we have Josh Connolly, Isaiah Bond, S3 out of Minnesota. We will definitely be going O-line here. That's going to be pretty important. Also have a center with Jake Majors. So was center our weak position? I think it was. A pass block, B run block. Speed is good. I do think I'm going to take a center here. So Jake Majors, welcome to Arizona. Number 41 true value, dropped at 48. And we're probably going to go O-line again in round 3. So this might be an all-offense draft. Could grab another end too if we wanted to, but we'll see if we have the luxury. And then, like I said, this is going to be kind of Kyler Murray's, we'll see what he does this season. If it doesn't go well, then maybe we move on next year. So we do have Donovan out of Boston College, Xavier Restrepo. Could take Jack Nelson or Riley Mills. Kind of tempted by the Boston College dude. If he has good speed, I might. Yeah, speed is great. Donovan. You know what? Instead of taking another O-lineman here, we're going to take Donovan here. So our O-line definitely needs some work going forward. But this will definitely add much help to the defense side of the football as well. But yeah, other than that, I will see you guys at the end of this one. And I'll see you guys with the lineup for year number 1. But honestly, to me, overall, a very solid offseason. Nothing to write home about. But this definitely gives Kyler Murray something to work with for next year. And if he doesn't do well next year, might have to give him the boot, but we'll see. All right, so let's take a look at this lineup for year number 1 with Kyler Murray still under center. So as you guys can see, the O-line definitely needs help. We'll definitely be moving somebody to right guard, but Jonah Williams, yeah, so Parks, and then, all right, so which one I guess this was a center, so we didn't necessarily need a center, but I'll go ahead and move this guy to guard instead. Obviously, it won't really matter that much. Either one of them is probably going to be fine at guard. It doesn't really affect that much. So you're going to move to guard. I don't know why I thought that was a guard for some reason, but I know he was kind of there when I looked at the lineup, I believe, but he still needed overall regardless. So Major will start at center. We have Adams, Jonah Williams still, Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison, James Conner. They drafted us Jackson Dart, which is kind of interesting. Trey Benson, Michael Wilson, De'Ami Brown, Luther Burden. So plenty of depth at the wide receiver position. Defensively, we have, I don't even know how to say his last name, so I'm just going to say Donovan. And then Deshaun Warren Davenport. I keep wanting to say Greedy Williams, but that is Grant. Is it Grant? No, it's Garrett Williams. Sorry. Garrett Williams is our corner with Asante Samuel. We obviously have Budda Baker still there. So the one thing I want to look at is if we change the playbook, because I do want to give Kyler Murray the chance to succeed, but I know playbook can definitely play a factor. So what would I change this to is the question. That I don't truly know. Maybe we could go to... We could just go to Kansas City's right away, I guess. You know what? Let's try it. Let's give Kyler Murray Andy Reid's playbook and see what he does with it. I want him to play well. I want him to be successful. I want to keep him. So I'm going to give him all the chances to be good, and we'll see if that works out. We're probably not going to trade De'Ami Brown right now. But, and then also one thing I want to look at. I want to make sure Luther Burden's playing. I'm sure he's listed at slot wide receiver if I had to guess. But just going to make sure very quickly. And no, it's actually going to Michael Wilson. So, but Luther Burden will still be, I guess, wide receiver 2, which is fine. All right, let's go ahead, similar to the end of this season, and let's see how Kyler Murray does, and if he's going to continue being the Cardinals quarterback, or if it's going to be time to move on from him. So at the end of the season, we get a 9-8 record, which is kind of brutal to determine my question, but we finished 3rd in division and barely missed the playoffs. So the Dallas Cowboys made it in at 9-8, and then Detroit also made it in at 9-8. So 2 other teams made it in at 9-8, but we did not. So Tiebreaker did not go to us. One more win would have gotten us in the playoffs. That's devastating to think about. But player stats, offensively 12th in the NFL. So it looks like Kyler Murray played well for the most part. And defensively 21st in the NFL. So 34 and 19. The interceptions were a little high, but I can rock with that. I don't think this was a bad year by any means. So 10 touchdowns. I think we definitely have to get a new running back. I like James Conner, but he does regress like crazy. Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson, Luther Burden were all pretty damn good, which is nice. McBride also good too. Sacks-wise, you had 8.5 from Zaven Collins, 8.5 from Donovan as a rookie. Nice. And then 7.5 as our free agent signing. So looks like we really got after the quarterback, which is awesome. Buda Baker has 6 interceptions. Damn. I keep saying Garrett Wilson or Grant Williams, but it's Garrett Williams, 3 interceptions, 2 from Baker, and 2 from Asante Samuel. So honestly, everyone we brought in looks like they contributed a little bit, and it should have netted us a playoff spot. Unfortunately, it did not. But that just means more work to be done, which we can't be too upset about. But based off what I've seen, I don't think we're going to be moving on from Kyler Murray. I actually think I'm going to rock with him still. Unless if I just see some path that I can't refuse, but I don't know if there really will be one. We're not going to have a number 1 overall pick to draft the Tennessee guy. I mean, I guess Brock Purdy could maybe be sitting here in free agency and maybe we go after him. But I don't know. Do we really want to do that? I'm not sure. Eagles and Bills was the Super Bowl. The Eagles may have won back-to-back, and they did because, yeah, it's backwards, and they won. So, Eagles are your back-to-back champions. Let's take a look at who needs to be resigned, and then we can figure out how much cap space we really have. So, McBride, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. Got to bring him in. So, Trey McBride, welcome back, hopefully, and he will stick around. Paris Johnson, yeah, we'll accept that for sure. Jalen Thompson, also free agent. He's a 7-9 overall. You know what? I thought Jalen Thompson was younger than this, and he's only 7-9 overall. I might actually let him walk free agency. He's interested in coming back, but I am curious to see if there will be a better option. Like, sometimes Kirby Joseph is here, things like that. So, yeah, I'm definitely intrigued by that idea. I don't mind bringing Jalen Thompson back, but if we can upgrade there, I think we got to try it, right? So, $57.5 million in cap space. I am curious to kind of see if anybody went up an overall, too, because that will be kind of important to look at. So, we got $1 more million added, but let's see what we got. So we have Kyler Murray, star dev. Okay, McBride's up to superstar. James Conner is regressed down to 71 overall, so I bet we could release him and probably free up even more money. It would free up $2 million, so sure, why not? I guess we'll do it. So shout out to James Conner. I know a lot of people like him, but his regression just, obviously can't be denied. So majors, so we need a guard and a tackle, mostly a tackle, obviously. Luther Burden, Marvin Harrison, pretty good McBride, and offensively, not bad, but like I said, free safety would be awesome to upgrade. But Donovan being a 77 overall right away. So yeah, pretty happy with what I'm seeing. Another pass rusher wouldn't be horrible to go after too. So free safety and a pass rusher would be ideal if we can find a way to snag that. And then offensive line. So let's see what we got in free agency and see if that exists here. So $60 million. We have Micah Parsons, which, is not bad. That is probably pretty intriguing, but he has no interest in coming here. James Cook has interest in coming here, though, and obviously we need a new running back. So, yeah, that's one less position we'd have to worry about drafting. So, yeah, sign me up for James Cook to be the new running back. I know James Cook just recently, removed the Bills out of his profile, his profile picture and all that. I'm not saying that means anything because guys do it all the time, but it is just, kind of funny that's happened right now and that I can sign him here. So, and then we need a tackle. Jermaine Johnson would be cool, but Iquanu, yep, might be what we go for. And then we could use a guard too, and there are some options. Ryan Ramczyk as the veteran, but I'm going to go the young route. Iquanu only has 3 offers. Hopefully we can get him to play opposite of Paris Johnson, 25 years old. Could fit here for a very long time. Hopefully he can become something special for us. Where's number 1 offer? So far, so good. And then if I have enough, I am going to make an offer on Micah Parsons, but I highly doubt I can't. Never mind. Yeah, I don't think I can make this offer, but I'll try. Can I even make that offer? Let's see. Probably not even interested coming here. Yeah, he's not. Okay, so Odafe, I guess, he's not much better than what we have, but I mean, we could throw him an offer. Sure, why not? So I'll do it. Maybe give me an upgrade over Baron Browning, but I doubt he, considers us. Yeah, the Jets are going to be his number 1 offer. Okay, so James Cook, Odafe, and Iquanu. Just give me Cook and we're still need a free safety too. So we got James Cook, and then Iquanu is actually get a better offer. Forgot about free safety. So Petrie still here, Jalen Thompson still here. Yeah, Kevin Byard, Brandon Cook, but I mean, we definitely need to get a starter there. I'm going to go after the upgrade, I guess, in Jalen Petrie, who's just still younger. So we'll see if we can get him, replace Jalen Thompson with Petrie. Actually, won't be able to. Let me just go Jalen Thompson. I mean, we can still draft one, too. That's not out of the realm of possibility, but obviously we need a starter. Okay, Kwanu, someone's trying to steal a Kwanu from me, that being the Falcons. Let's see if I can't snag that back. And then I am considering maybe trading for a pass rusher to be a little... Oh, we might not get a Kwanu. The Kwanu does not sign with us. The Ramcheck is still available. I guess that's the direction we're going in because we need a tackle and, you know, we got our stolen. So, Ryan Ramcheck, though, doesn't sound like a bad idea if we can get him to sign. And then maybe a guard, too, which still, you know, up for debate. So, Bitonio, I mean, that's a veteran. So, yeah, let's just build us a veteran O-line. Why not? So, 2-year deal for Joel Bitonio. I don't expect them to stay very much, but this will give us a solid O-line going into next season if they both sign. And we get Ramcheck, I believe, to sign. And then Joel Bitonio. Oh, I guess we can't. We have to wait. So, I'm going to go to probably the draft and hope Bitonio had signed. If he doesn't, no big deal. Micah Parsons went to Seattle, hoping we get that lucky in the Seattle video we do this week. But we'll see what we can do by maybe trading for a pass rusher. I'm considering that potentially. We'll see, though. So we actually will not be trading for anybody because we have no money now. But that's totally fine. We kind of have a very solid team, and we still have the draft to add to it. So let's go do that right now. But I'm very happy with how year one went. Obviously, a playoff spot would have felt a lot better. But I'm happy so far, honestly, with the team's looking like. So pick 17. Let's make sure we make some immediate impactful picks. If Caleb Downs goes to Washington, would have definitely considered him at 17. But let's see who else is available. So we do have some quarterback options, but obviously we're not going quarterback, although it is, you know, interesting. But definitely don't need a tight end. We have Jordan Hall out of Georgia. Ooh, I kind of like the idea of that, not going to lie. Peyton Bowen. So Jordan Hall, yeah, I think this is the route we go. I know how good he can be. So yeah, Jordan Hall, welcome to Arizona. So that will be our new addition. Might move him to linebacker because he will obviously be able to go after the quarterback for us. So that would be nice. We could play him ahead of... No, I don't want to play him ahead of Donovan, to be honest with you. So yeah, might be moving him to linebacker, but let's see what we can do here at pick 17. So 17, we have another quarterback option. We could take a quarterback, I guess, to put some more pressure on Kyler Murray, but I don't think that's necessary. We have Takario Davis or Peyton Bowen at Oklahoma. Could put another free safety behind Jalen Thompson. Yeah, Peyton Bowen sounds like a good pick. So welcome to Arizona, Peyton Bowen. Number 21 true value, drafting at 49. So if the quarterback that was kind of on the board is still in round 3, I might take him. So I think he went, though. Pretty sure I saw him go. So never mind on that. But yeah, he's gone. Just kidding. Okay, so let's see. Branch still here. Eugene Wilson, Dez Ricks, Trey Zune, Jamari Butler, sorry. Jalen Daniels out of Kansas. Do we take Jalen Daniels? Strength is great. Speed is great. Obviously, we know that about him. I mean, we have Jackson Dart sitting behind Kyler Murray right now. Not that, I don't know. I'm not a huge college prospect guy. Like, yeah, I watch these guys, but I can't tell you if... I wouldn't be able to tell you if Jackson Dart is better than Jalen Daniels or not. But I'm just going to take that old lineman. Could never have enough depth there. So 75 true value, drafting 81. Not bad. And now we go look at the lineup for year 2. But overall, it's a solid team we are putting together. Hopefully this next season we can make the playoffs and maybe make some noise when we're there. Kyler Murray solidified to me himself as the quarterback still in this roster. But if he regresses this season, then you never know. All right, so here is your lineup going into year number 2. Offensively, we're going to keep the playbooks the same. Kyler Murray did pretty well under that last year, so I want to see if he can do that again for us. James Cook, obviously, being the replacement of James Conner. But Paris Johnson, Bitonio, Majors. We also have a really good round 3 pick with Zune, you know, maybe being ready to step up if Ramcheck or Bitonio retire, which I do consider at least one of them to retire on us. Probably both, but we'll see. Defensively, we have Peyton Bowen, Jalen Thompson, Jordan Hall, Mac Wilson, Baker, Zaven Collins. We also have another Hindev safety behind the one we have now. But yeah, overall, this is looking pretty good, so not much for me to complain about. I'm hoping to see us in the playoffs this year. 85 overall offense, 85 overall, but an 87 offense and 83 defense. So hopefully we'll be in the postseason. We'll see if that ends up being the case. Didn't make it last year, just barely by 1 game. So hopefully this year we can make the postseason and make some noise when we're in there. Hopefully, anyway. And just like that, our wish has been granted. We make the postseason, which is awesome. Our offense up to a 91 overall as well. So looks like Kyler Murray is excelling. I know we ran the Chiefs playbook the entire video. Like, wow, that's kind of cheap. But I wanted to make Kyler Murray successful, man. Sue me. I don't know what you want from me. But let's take a look at the player stats. Let's see what it looked like. So offensively, 13th NFL. And then defensively, let's see, we were 26th in NFL. So defense side of football still not good. But interceptions came down, and I think Murray threw the same amount of touchdowns as last year. So talk about consistency without the picks. We'll take it. Yeah, this playbook isn't very friendly to running backs, obviously, but James Cook still had 7 touchdowns, and then Kyler Murray had 7 as well. But Marvin Harrison continues to be good, 1,200 yards, and then Michael Wilson, Luther Burden, McBride, James Cook, not bad. Defensively, sacks-wise, we had 8.5 from Zaven Collins, 8.5 from Donovan, who continues to excel, 5, and then 4 from Jerome Baker, 3 from Warden, 1 from Mac Wilson, and our boy Jordan Hall got no sacks all season, so that is a little concerning, but he's only star dev. Maybe I should move him back to the end position. Maybe that was a bad idea, but whatever. His pass coverage is awful. So yeah, maybe we should have left him at end. But I'm going to go ahead and see if we can't jump in here and go on the road and beat the Falcons. We'll see if we can. Hopefully we do. It'd be nice to see Kyler Murray win himself a playoff game. I don't think he has one under his belt. So let's see if we can do it. All right, here goes nothing. It is going to be Kyler Murray versus, I can only assume it's still Michael Penix, and it absolutely is. So K1 versus Penix, and we are down 3-0. It is Battle of the Birds as well. Can't forget that. We're going to go up 7-3. Good start, and now we're at 14-3. Nice. Defensively, they're getting after it, and we will allow them to get in a field goal. But we're up 21-6. Can we? Okay, so they are still 1 possession away. Get a pick in the, oh, wait a minute. They tied the game. Wow. 1-12 with a minute 12, or sorry, 21-21, a minute 12. It looked like we had a win secured. And now we're going to overtime. Do we score in overtime? No, they will, though, and we're going to lose. So, man, it looked like we had a win under our belt in wildcard weekend. Thought about jumping in for a second, but wanted to let it play out. And, man, am I disappointed with the result. It looked like we were going to win in regulation, and then we just fell apart. I don't know what happened. We were up 21-6 at one point, and they came back and won the whole thing. So, well, I'll see you guys in the offseason again with another, another offseason of going after more targets. But obviously, need to move some things around. Hopefully, Kyler Murray doesn't regress on us, but damn, am I disappointed by that. So another re-signing stage as we have $71 million in cap space. I don't know when Murray's contract runs out. Is it here now? Because is that why we have so much money open? Or is he still under contract? He's still under contract. We can save, he didn't regress that much. He's an 81 overall still. But we also have Thomas Castellanos, which is interesting. But I don't know. Let's go see what we have to re-sign. Hopefully there's nobody important. I'm assuming Buda Baker might be here too. Marvin Harrison's 5th-year options coming up. Michael Wilson, Zaven Collins, Bijo Jolari, Sean Murphy Bunting, Garrett Williams. I did it again. Davenport. Okay, yeah, there's some starters here for sure we need to resign, so let's make sure we do just that. All right, so let's start. Well, we already did that. Michael Wilson. Do we have another wide receiver? I mean, we have De'Ami Brown waiting in the shadows, so I'm actually going to move on from Michael Wilson. I'm going to let him go somewhere else. Zaven Collins, do want to keep him around because we're probably going to move Jordan Hall to an end position because he did not excel at the linebacker spot at all. Ojulari, I mean, he's depth, I guess, at least. So we'll make him a neutral offer, and he will stick around. Sean Murphy Bunting probably let go. Garrett Williams is our corner, too. So, yeah, probably resign him. Max Melton will probably replace Sean Murphy Bunting, which is fine. And I'm kind of hoping to have just a little bit of money left over, but there is still some resignings we need to do. So, Mac Wilson, if we can get him to come back, that'd be great. He does. And then one last resign. Hopefully, actually, there's a couple more. So, actually, might be able to let Davenport walk because we're going to move Hall in. So, I'm going to go. We move. You know what? I don't know if any of our O-linemen retired on us. I'm assuming they may have, but we'll see. We have $37 million after all of that. And we'll see if there's an impactful player to sign in free agency. But let's take a look at the lineup first to see what we can do. So, 49 players still under contract. Let's see what Kyler Murray's looking like. So 84 overall still. Yeah, so we actually had one, but like I said, we had one guy waiting, and we're going to move him to left guard right now. So he's going to be able to play right away. So we need to sign a guard, and that's about it for the O-line and probably for the offense in general. Oh, not tight end. Whoops. Not what I wanted at all. So I failed that miserably, but we'll move that in just a second then. You guys know what I'm doing with that. But Luther Burden, Marvin Harrison, De'Ami Brown, I can rock with that. Trey Benson, James Cook, Trey McBride. Yep, that's good. Okay, so just need to move. I mean, we could also rock with Adams too if we want to, but gonna move him to guard, obviously. Defensively, we have Donovan ready, and then, like I said, I'm gonna move Hall down to left end because he did not excel at all at the linebacker spot, so that was my fault. That probably hurt our defense quite a bit. But let's go move him down because we don't need him playing that spot. All right, so he'll be in his better position there. So that should help, and then so he'll start right away, or it looks like, I'm assuming he will, right? Yeah, there he is. Okay, so Santi Samuel. Honestly, yeah, I mean, we have a pretty good lineup. It's just a matter of, you know, like I said, O-lineman was pretty much it in free agency. So let's see what is available. We have $37, so let's see what impactful player there is, because that's what we need to go after. So Aiden Hutchinson sticks out to me as someone who's interested in coming here. He would obviously add quite a bit to this defense. And then we could maybe, I don't know if I have enough money left over for anybody else, but that is who I'm going after, because if we can get him, we don't even have enough money for that. But I am going to go ahead and try to move some things around, so, or we can cut somebody or whatever. So let's see, is there anybody making a ton of money? Obviously Murray's making money. Baron Browning, I mean, it'd probably give us enough to make an offer. Do I do it and risk getting him? I mean, there's a couple guys, so yeah, I am gonna go ahead and release Baron Browning to free up $4 million to see if that gives us enough to go after Aiden Hutchinson. But if we can get him, we move Aiden Hutchinson to linebacker, be our pass rusher there. So let's see if we can't. We still don't have enough, so I just played myself. Okay, nice. All right, let's restructure his contract, so we'll make an offer at Aiden Hutchinson. So here I am, fingers crossed, hoping Aiden Hutchinson is the final move for us. If we bring him in, he adds a whole new dynamic to this defense, and he will sign. Let's go. We got him to come to Arizona, which is nice. So that might be all we do. We could draft a guard, and we also can maybe just re-sign this guy for pretty cheap. No, we don't have enough. Okay, so just draft a guard. But Aiden Hutchinson has been added to the team, so I'm very ecstatic with that. I will see you guys in the draft, but man, am I excited for the team we have built. Now it's time to go win a freaking Super Bowl next year. Hopefully anyway, but we'll see if that ends up being the case. Haven't been able to win a playoff game yet, but this could be the year we do it. We'll see. So here's the lineup before we head into the draft, and to me, it's looking pretty damn good. Obviously, new addition of being Aiden Hutchinson on the defense, which is awesome, but all we need to do is draft well, and this will be probably the last season we do. Hopefully, anyway. We'll see if that ends up working out the way I think it will. Made the playoffs last year, so picking at 21. Let's make this last draft worth it, and we'll be hopefully hoisting Lombardi next year. So we're still, you know, we have not replaced Kyler Murray this whole video. We have a quarterbacks on the board, which we're not taking. We have Flanagan, which I guess we can take another center, but we will take Calvin Wilcox out of Tennessee to be that guy we've been talking about, a new guard, and he will start probably immediately, obviously. 31 true value. Welcome to Arizona. I'm going to let my AI take care of the rest, but that will be it, man. I will see you guys at the end of year 3, where hopefully we are in the playoffs, and we're hopefully getting a bye. That'd be cool, too. Don't know if we'll get that lucky as I hit the mic, but hopefully good things happen, man. That's all I got to say. So at the end of this season, we finish up at 10-7 and make the playoffs again. This time we actually won our division, so we're going to get a home game as Mack Wilson led the league in tackles, which is nice to see. But let's take a look at the player stats to see what our offense defense looked like. So offensively, probably the worst we've been all video. 25th in the NFL. Defensively, 26th in the NFL. So both sides of the ball still very disappointing. 31-12 though. Kyler Murray continues to be efficient, and then Luther Burden, Trey McBride, all, you know, over 900 yards. De'Ami Brown also had 810 touchdowns. 11.5 sacks from Aiden Hutchinson. 10 from Jordan Hall, so a lot better at that spot. And then 4 interceptions from Garrett Williams, 3 from Asante Samuel, 2 from Aiden Hutchinson, 1 from Mack Wilson, 1 from Baker, and 1 from Peyton Bowen. But we were so close to winning a playoff game last year and getting Kyler Murray his first win here. We're not looking for first wins anymore. We're looking to actually go to the Super Bowl at this point of this video, so we'll see if we can make that happen. Starting off with playing the 9-8 the 9-8 Seattle Seahawks. They got Micah Parsons, obviously, so we'll see how this winds up, but hopefully we can beat the Seahawks and move on to divisional weekend. Geno Smith is still the quarterback for the Seahawks, and Kyler Murray, of course, is still the quarterback for the Cardinals. So, oh yeah, also forgot to mention this is fellow division rivals going at it. Didn't even really kind of fail to mention that. Both sides have not scored yet, as we will be down, or sorry, it's 0-0 right now. And it's still no scores on the board yet. We will draw first blood with a field goal. And now we're up 6-0. And of course, we're going to take the lead with 1:28 left on the clock. So at this point in the video, we can't go home empty-handed here. So we need to at least get in field goal range, which I think I would be capable of that. So let's make sure that happens. So let's see if we can't get this ball off. Unfortunately, we cannot. So it's now 2nd and 10 with a minute 25 left in the clock. And like I said, the main thing is getting in field goal range. And we're going to throw a... Ooh, that was kind of a dangerous ball, but I was kind of hoping to get lucky there. Honestly, somewhat of an accurate football, but unfortunately it falls short. 3rd and 10. Obviously, this is 4-down territory. So let's see if we can't get a first down to move the chains here. Thankfully, they're going to leave Marvin Harrison just wide open. I don't even know what they were doing, but this is going to be a touchdown, and that is going to allow us to take the lead. Now, we have to probably go for 2, and hopefully my defense can get the stop. I mean, they haven't been able to score much of the game, so we do get the stop we're looking for. We're moving on to the divisional weekend. So very ugly and low-scoring game, but a win is a win, and we're moving on to the divisional round like we wanted to and got Kyler Murray his first playoff victory. And now for round 2, we get to deal with the Shedeur Sanders New York Giants. So this one should be interesting. Let's see. We're at home again, by the way, so that should be helpful. So starting off with a stop on defense. Can we score a little bit faster in this one? And they're going to score first. Okay, can we tie it up? It's 7-0. Can we get some points? No. It's now 7-0 still. Don't like what I've seen from my offense here, so let me see if I can't make some magic happen again and score very quickly like I did in that Seahawks game just now. Yeah, obviously a lot more time left, but if we can tie this game, get some momentum, I think that could go a long way, basically. So let's see if I can't make that happen. I'm going to scramble out of the pocket, and I'm going to throw this to... Okay, that was risky. I was kind of hoping 22 would run up, and he didn't. He made a great play. I was hoping he'd run after me because it looked like I was about to scramble, and he just stayed in his spot. So good play by him. But McBride, can you get open downfield? I'm going to throw it up to McBride. McBride... We'll have maybe safety help coming over. Ooh. Had his hands on the ball. Now, it's 3rd and 10, man. So we can't stop screwing around. Been trying to, make things happen downfield. But we need a first down. So hopefully we can't just maybe scramble this one for a first down. I can't even get out of the pocket right now. Ooh, this is not... I got to throw this away. We're going to have to punt. What a brutal, brutal drive. So hopefully my defense can't get me a stop. But, man, that was brutal. So, and we get an interception. Wow, that was massive. Maybe I don't play this out. And we will tie the game. Now it's 7-7, so me jumping in was a waste of time, but we can jump in now. We're on our own 8, so this, once again, ooh, this is the same play we ran earlier where Marvin Harrison got free. I don't know if that'll be the lucky case. This time at McBride will be a first down catch, and all we need is field goal range. There's a minute 40 left on the clock, so let's see if I can't be clutch with Kyler Murray, and that will be the goal here. So let's see. I'm going to go underneath to James Cook. Only getting 2 yards, but that is going to burn some clock, which is okay with me, obviously. Let's burn some clock here, and let's see what they do. So we're going to go to McBride. Now we're going to go to McBride again. That was literally as wide open as you could possibly want it. Not Austin Seibert. I hate that that's my kicker. I don't like that guy, man. I still can't believe what he did to us in that Cowboys game, although it never should have been in that spot to begin with. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know. But all right, let's... lock in Murray because you had a wide open McBride and you just missed him. Okay, this time we're going to hit him and we're just going to possession that because there was a defender there. So 40 seconds left in the clock still. Just need one play that gets us in field goal range, and I'm kind of hoping it's Marvin Harrison here getting open. There might be holding on us, but this is a good ball, and it might be coming back though, which is really important or disappointing because obviously would have been field goal range for us, and that will be holding. So just kidding, we're going back. Paris Johnson, our left tackle. Thankfully, it's on first down, though, so all good. But, man, does that suck because obviously had a field goal waiting us, but we'll have to try it again here. So, ooh, is this a dot? It is to De'Ami Brown, and we'll call our first timeout since we don't want New York, obviously burning away the clock, or they are not calling their timeout, so they don't think we're in field goal range yet, which maybe they're right. But that's going to be another, and they're not going to call timeout again. So they're going to save their timeouts, which I can understand. But I'm going to see if I can't get another chunk play, and then they'll start considering maybe calling those timeouts. Okay, so I'm going to go Y underneath. That's going to get us in field goal range, and they're not calling their timeout still. So we will obviously kick the field goal to win the game. We'll call the timeout with like 2 seconds. They're obviously going to ice us. But we have the opportunity to win divisional round on a field goal victory, and we'll take that. So 2 seconds left, call our last timeout. I know they're going to ice us, so just go ahead and do it. Why don't you? So are you going to wait for me to... Yep, there they go. And oh gosh. I didn't put the kicking meter on classic, I don't think. So this could actually be pretty worrisome. We're on 18. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm gonna miss this for some reason now. Maybe not. Why is it doing that? I hate this. I hate this meter so badly. I won't even lie to you guys. But we'll see if I make it. And I do. Okay, no worries. 10-7. We're moving on to the NFC Championship. So we'll see who's awaiting us there. But honestly, not really tough team so far. 2 ugly wins. Let's keep it up. This has been a very interesting playoff path. Teams I don't often play against, but we get to play Anthony Richardson and the Saints. Usually this would be like the Eagles or something at this point, but let's see if we can't. We've been at home the whole time, by the way, and I believe we were only the 4th seed, so it looks like some of the top seeds just got upset. So we need to take advantage as we're up 7-0. We go up 14-0, but defense has been playing great. I don't know if it's because we're playing weak teams or we just have been clamping up regardless, but looks like we might be on our way to a very easy NFC Championship victory, 7-28, and that is going to be all she wrote. So that was easy as pie. Now we're moving on to the Super Bowl. So yeah, it was what? Seattle, then New Orleans, and then obviously whoever, and the Giants. So like, that was pretty easy, honestly. And everything you asked for if you're wanting a path to the NFC or to the Super Bowl. And now it's time to go take advantage of winning the Super Bowl. The fact that we've made it this far is awesome. So let's see if we can't take advantage of it and get a Super Bowl Lombardi trophy to Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. So it might be our first tough test in the playoffs. I mean, those teams were good, don't get me wrong, but when you think of those 3 teams, those aren't the powerhouses of the NFC, like, you know, a Philly or a Dallas or Green Bay or San Francisco that I'm dealing with in Madden usually. So we get the Ravens, though, by the way, and they will go up 7-0. So they're not going to mess around. This ain't going to be no low-scoring game if I had to guess. And this, ooh, defense keeps getting stops, though, and they're not another stop from the defense. I mean, this is what you'd want. Another stop, maybe? Okay, so defense has been playing extremely well, but their defense has been playing well, too. So we've got to give them credit. Obviously, the Ravens defense have a lot of talented players, such as, you know, Kyle Hamilton and stuff, but we have not been able to score. Even though our defense is holding them to only 7, they're holding us to 0. So that's obviously the difference of the game right now. So we're going to get upfield with James Cook, and we're just looking to, you know, go tie this game and make this an interesting game at this point. So let's see if we can't. I mean, they're going to leave Cook open again. Ooh, this might. No, I can't go. I'm about to say this. If I could have maybe found a way to juke Hamilton, that would have been nice. But man, that route is killing him right now. The underneath with the running back. But maybe we can. Well, that's not to the running back. Never mind. But let's see. Does McBride get open? Ooh, this is going to be... It's not a good throw. Not a good throw at all, and I deserve it. Roquan Smith picks me off. Honestly, that was thrown a little more to the outside, and we still have a chance, though. Still have defense, man. Dude, I got to give credit to defense, but, man, that ball was thrown... It just thrown a little bit more outside. I think McBride could have made a play on it, but it was thrown too inside. Ooh, nice blocks, honestly. So we might be able to just drain this clock out and put, you know, not even give the Ravens offense another chance here. Don't know if we'll be able to play it that well, but I might try it. That's going to be a first down. So James Cook has been our best friend so far. I mean, this drive halfback under is just destroying them right now. They're going to bring some pressure again. And McBride is open. It's just miscommunication, I guess. 2nd and 10. Okay. Let's move off that play. We've done that enough now. All right, so we're going to go to Mountain Drive, and Roquan Smith is activated, so we need to get rid of that. So let's see if we can't get maybe somebody to get open downfield. It's like James Cook. Do I have time to look for James Cook? No, I don't, and I don't really see any. I mean, there might have been a play downfield. Was McBride wide open, or was I just... He might have been wide open. Let's see. I got to see this. No, he was not. So, no, we didn't really have a play. So, never mind. I thought he was open after I saw the end of the play. But, all right. It's 3rd and 10. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. Obviously, 4-down territory for us. McBride underneath. Luther Burden. I don't think I've even completed a pass to him, honestly. We scramble this upfield. I'm going to take a hit. Don't fumble. That's all I'm asking. 4th and 4. Okay. So, make it more manageable, which is all you'd really want in this situation. So, hopefully, we can't get just Burden coming across for the first down. There's good defense on him, but a great ball over Marlon Humphrey, and we move the chain. So 1st and 10, and now they'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Unless we get a playoff, which we might get a playoff here. We will get a playoff, and they're going to allow me. Going to go to Burden here again. So Luther Burden, I just talked about how I wasn't getting him the ball, and now we got him the ball, and now there's 1:54 left on the clock. So I might try to take all the clock off and score with no time remaining and then go for 2 to win the game. I think that's going to be the best plan of action. Unless if we get to the end zone. Oh my gosh. No way that just happened. What a play by their defense, man. James Cook, you just let me down. I'm going to need my offense to get a stop, or my defense get us a stop. We get the ball back again, dude. I don't know how our defense has done it, but we're on our own 4. So the odds of me making something happen here are very slim. I need a touchdown from my own 4-yard line with 25 seconds. What could possibly go wrong? I mean, we're going to just dot. Ooh, this might be a... Oh my gosh, that would have been a crazy completion if I could have gotten that. Dude, that is insane, man. James Cook, you let me down. I need to get some space here. So, chip wide receiver corner. Hopefully I can get one of these guys in the corner here, like Burden or De'Ami Brown or even Harrison. Let's see. I'm going to try to Burden here. This is going to be... I'm getting so lucky these aren't being intercepted. 13 seconds left. We're in very dangerous territory right now, honestly, obviously. Okay, I can't do play action from here. This was not a play I really wanted to call, but we'll throw Marvin Harrison on a go, and we'll see if he can't make us a play. Maybe he can break a tackle. Maybe yeah. That should have been a pick 6. Another freaking horrible ball. I mean, we're in a very bad position right now. Let's just call it for what it is, but man, does this suck. After we had a chance potentially win the game. 8 seconds left. 4th down from our own 4. Do you believe in miracles, ladies and gentlemen? I do. But I don't even get the ball off. Okay, well, we lost because we're going to lose the Super Bowl 7-0. James Cook, you let me down. Man. Unfortunate. Maybe I was looking for the big play too much there at the end, but, I mean, the odds were stacked against me. We're going to fall short to the Ravens because James Cook had to fumble in that situation. Would we have had a win? I think so. By going for 2 strategy usually works, but Lamar Jackson and the Ravens beat us 7-0. Our defense did everything possible to win us that game, and we couldn't even put up a field goal. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video regardless. I will see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.